Alright, let's go alright, guys. Normally I do Linux versus Windows or political rants. This time, it's a rant on people who use Windows. And this particular person epitomizes what I detest about Windows fanboys, or OS fanboys in general. The particular person, while he might be bright when it comes to Windows, has some serious homework to do when it comes to Linux. Because I know, people who drink the Microsoft Kool-Aid have a hard time understanding there's other ways of doing shit. This particular person, who is linked over at networkworld.com, is Ron Barrett. Now, to read his bio from Network World is, Ron Barrett is president of Veritech, an IT training and consulting company. He has been a technology professional for over a decade, working for several major financial firms and .com. Barrett is a specialist in network infrastructure security and IT management. He's co-authored of the Administrator's Guide to Microsoft Office 2007 Servers, How to Cheat at Administrating Office Communication Servers 2007, and the real MCTS/MCITP exam 620 preparation kit. He was a contributor to Windows 2000 Enterprise Storage Solutions and exam CRAMS 7244 supporting and maintaining NT Server 4. He has also contributed to several industry magazines and was featured in the book Tricks to the Windows Vista Master. He has worked for Microsoft, underlined, writing research and analysis documents for Windows Server 2008, Windows HPC or High Performance Computing, Performance Point Server 2007, and he also screencasts on Windows Server 2008 Administration for Linux Admins. Now, personally, that article right there, that bio right there, shows a complete Microsoft slant. I'll go through his examples right now. He talks about PowerShell, Windows PowerShell. I can have Windows PowerShell run a CLI while playing a game. If you're a serious IT or network guy, why the fuck are you running a game in the first place when you should be administering to your fucking network and doing IT, what you're paid to do? So yeah, the remote access is kind of cool, but you can do remote access on any OS. So the point is null fucking void. Next, he talks about open source is caught on to Windows. To quote him, the argument for ages was Linux was free, and so were many of the applications you could run on Linux. Applications like Firefox, OpenOffice, MySQL, and GIMP. Oh wait, these are all applications are available for Windows. Yeah. Apparently he doesn't quite grasp the concept of cross-platform. You fucking retard. The reason they're available for Windows is because cross-platform makes the operating system pointless. If someone uses a Linux box and they see Firefox, hey, look, they know it's a browser. If they go to a Windows machine and they see Firefox, hey, look, they'll know it's a browser. Same with OS X. OpenOffice, same deal. MySQL, hey, look, they'll know it's for fucking database management. GIMP, they'll know it's for, let me think. Oh yeah, image editing, regardless of platform. How fucking hard is that to understand? It's not. Next, he talks about the 101 flavors to Baskin Robbins for Linux distributions. You don't get that a lot of those distributions are fucking specialized. They have a core function, unlike Windows, which is a generalized OS. Something like Backtrack 3, personally, I wouldn't run as a home OS. My job does not function on security and pen testing. Read a description. Not that fucking hard. There might be 350 different distributions. Each one has something the other doesn't, or works for somebody another way. And if you want the 5 to 7 base distributions, all those other distributions are based off from, Slackware, Gentoo, Debian, Red Hat, SUSE, Ubuntu. Those are your core distributions. Now some of those are forks and branches of the older ones. Those are the core distributions most are derived from. It's all you need to know. And if you can't understand that concept, you're a fucking retard. Next, he states that Windows 7 has fixed the mobility problem of Windows Vista. Because if you remember, Vista was first installed on some of the netbooks that came out earlier last year. And it was not a pretty sight. I'm sorry. Put Windows 7 on a 2 gig SSD drive that those first couple of EEE PCs came out with. Ain't gonna fucking happen. The first EEE PCs, the first netbooks essentially that came on the market from Asus were a 900 meg Intel processor, 512 RAM, and 2 to 4 gig hard drive, solid state. You're not gonna fit Windows 7 or Vista on that particular computer. Why? Oh, because the recommendation and the hardware is not gonna work well at all with Windows 7. Here's the reason. Minimum requirements. Minimum! For an operating system of the Windows 7 beta is a gig processor, 1 gig of RAM, 16 gigs for an install? For an operating system? If I have a 160 gig netbook, why the hell is my operating system taking up 10% of my hard drive space? Fuck that! It's all there is to it. So to say they fixed the bloat problem is very, very inaccurate there, Ron. So here's my statement to Ron Barrett. Don't claim knowledge in subjects you don't know about or aren't willing to learn about. Then shut the fuck up!